What up, bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. The reason why I didn't do my usual finger signature greeting is because I got my cell phone over here in the other hand, because I want to talk about something real important, at least important to me. First, we have MGTOW. Now we have TGTOW. MGTOW, men going their own way, and TGTOW is now teens going their own way. And I've talked about MGTOW before. A lot of y'all know what MGTOW is. But I want to talk about this article here, which kind of makes me proud. There's some criticisms I have of it. And yeah, let's get right into it. I'll give you my little insight in between everything. Let's talk about this. And I'll leave the shit down below for you to read for yourself. All right? So it goes, there's a growing movement of men in Australia called Men Going Their Own Way. Well, it's everywhere now. It's an offshoot of the men's rights movement, but rather than getting stuck in and tackling issues, these guys have vowed to stay away from women and stop dating and not have children. That's true to some extent. Not all the MGTOW dudes do that. Okay, so essentially MGTOW is a statement about living life your way rather than trying to make a woman happy or being a slave to cultural expectations, one NSW member says. NSW is New South Wales, which is a country in Australia, okay? This article is actually from Australia. Let me move this over here, like make this easier for me. This isn't a specific rule book, more a mindset. Although there are purists in the movement who are the most extreme and avoid women entirely, there's a growing number of men who have had enough of feminism and enough of being told they have to work together for a greater good, which doesn't actually exist. I love that. All right. Start looking into this manosphere and it's like going down a rabbit hole. Happiness here is supposedly freedom. And shunning relationships is now seeping through the younger generation. Tom, I guess Tom's name was actually changed to protect his identity. He's 15 years old, from New South Wales. Is what you could call the growing number of TGTOW, teens going their own way. It's probably not true of all women, but I've got the feeling that women are dangerous. Maybe the men around me have just had bad experiences, he tells news.com.au. It's scary being a teenage boy. I'm not sure how it's all meant to fit together in the future, says Tom. Last year, my uncle lost everything because his wife of 40 years decided she didn't love him anymore. Just like that, she randomly got up and left. It got nasty and he lost everything, his house, cars, and loads of money. There's no way I'm ever getting married. All right. Of course, teenage boys look at other males in their life to gather some perspective on life. Seeing an older brother go through the trauma of false allegations in a messy breakup can also leave scars. Tom says my older brother, who's 20, was dating a girl for a few months. She turned really nasty in the breakup and made a string of allegations to the police. That made me suspicious of women too. My brother's a good guy. Why should she be able to just say what she wants and accuse him of anything and then get on with her life like that? It doesn't seem fair to me. I'm not sure what rights I have. Maybe none. So what has gone wrong? Why are young people not seeing happy futures with a partner or even setting a goal for family life? Okay, let me, wait, does this go on? There was something here that okay, yeah, here we go. Author and psychologist Meredith Fuller. All right, I'm just gonna go to where I kind of took umbrage with certain things. This is Meredith Fuller saying this now. We need to get a focus back on having respect for other human beings, for partnerships, loving bonds, and trust rather than simply seeing what you can get out of a relationship. Children need to learn that sense of give and take. They need to be taught about delayed gratification. Life is not all about self. It's not all about making yourself happy instantly and constantly. And it's not about running away from the opposite sex. It's about learning to communicate effectively and genuine caring. Okay. And she also says both sexes have different challenges, and we've lost sight of that. We're stuck in a gender war, and it's harming our children. It's becoming narcissistic, selfish, and a sense of entitlement is running rife. Okay. Overall, I like what she says. I agree that communication is a big thing. We need to educate when it comes down to actually having relationships. That sounds all like nice stuff. What I disagree with is she says life is not all about self. It's not about making yourself happy instantly and constantly. That I have to disagree with, because as much as, it's all about, a part of it is about, when you make other people happy, it is partially about making yourself happy. Even if you, like when you do things for your family, you're doing it out of the kindness of your heart and you want that person to succeed. So all in all, it is about self. People try to say, oh yeah, I love helping people out. Why? Because it makes you fucking feel good. You know what I mean? I never understood. People just like to run away. People look at selfishness and they think automatically, people put negative connotations on words. They think automatically Ebenezer Scrooge when you say selfish. There's nothing wrong with being selfish. Everybody is selfish. It's when you're extreme with it, when you're like, nah, I ain't doing anything for, no, I'm not doing this. Everything's about me. Look, when it comes down to life, everything is about you, but you can also helping somebody else makes you feel good. That's one example of how someone else could benefit, but you could still get something out of it. Let's see. Children need to be taught, need to learn that sense of give and take. I agree with that. They need to be taught about delayed gratification. Sure, I could kind of see that. You got to put in work. And again, that's basically what I described too. If you're in a relationship and it's perfect and all that stuff, yeah, shit'll, come out for you all well in some way, shape, or form. Me personally, I'm not about delayed gratification. I love instant gratification, which moves on to the next sentence. Life is not all about self. It's not about making yourself happy instantly and constantly. That I disagree with, because let me tell you something. If everybody on the planet could be instantly happy and constantly happy, they would do it. Why not strive for that? You always strive to make yourself happy, to live the happiest life you could. Why the fuck would you want to, put yourself in a situation where sometimes you look at the possibility of shit, what? This isn't for me. I could see this happening. There's nothing wrong with being pragmatic. People say that you're a pessimist. That's why I have tattooed on me, pessimism equals realism, because there's nothing, when people try to label you a pessimist, it's because you're saying true shit or you're saying real shit, reality. And what's that saying? Reality bites. Reality sucks. Why does reality suck? Because people don't like to face it. And when it comes down to marriage, I mean, this young kid was perceptive enough to pick up 2 examples from males in his life that he said, you know, there's nothing in it. There's really nothing in it for me. You know what I mean? Let me put this phone down here. All right. So I just want to say, you know, more men should be concentrating on themselves. More men should be doing this shit. Look, I've mentioned this before. When it comes down to certain groups and denominations, yeah, you're gonna have extremes in everything. If marriage is your thing, look, I'm not knocking it. It's not for everybody. I just don't feel that people should be held down by what society tells you, you know, hence the terminology in MGTOW: red pill, blue pill, purple pill. Blue pill is a basically the person who's held down by society standards or culture standards. You gotta go to school, get a good job, get the girl, get the wife, get married, the end. You know what I mean? You have the red pill person who understands reality, says, you know what? I'm not down for getting married, may want children, just ain't gonna live my life, you know, conforming to a woman's standards. That's essentially what MGTOW is. It's about living life according to you. Personally, I'm kind of purple pilling it. And purple pill is like a combination of the two. And I'll tell you why. A lot of people come to me, you know, and said that, you know, I've taken the red pill. Sure. Look, I acknowledge MGTOW. I see the value of red pill, but I also see the value of, partially, I see the value of a companion. You know what I mean? Everybody should strive for that, not only a lover, but best friend. I get it. I get the value of a companion, sure. Sometimes you don't want to be alone. Sometimes you want that person to be your best fucking friend that's always there, that you could get up in the morning, she looks beautiful, you could eat, do everything together, this and that. But, you know, reality sets in sometimes, and especially how society is nowadays, how litigious, how petty a lot of people are in general. But I'm a man, so I'll speak from a male perspective. How females are. I mean, you have, especially here in America, you have a justice system which caters to women. There's no real reason, there's no real benefit to a man being married. There just isn't. And, you know, and that's just what it is. So that's why I'm purple pilling it. Like, I still go out on dates. I still have that little warm part inside of my ice cold heart that still, you know, likes to go out on dates. I still have like a little shred of optimism. You know, like I said, people like to label me a pessimist or whatever. No, I'm just not a blind optimist. I used to be a hopeless romantic. I used to be that type of dude. I don't believe in that shit because chivalry doesn't work. Being a nice guy don't work. Just do you know what I mean? And, you know, and let me say this too. A lot of you niggas out there, don't leave me no comment talking about, well, you know, you shouldn't live your life that way. You should do. Listen, you be the same dudes that when this chick up and leaves you, all this chick gotta do is just up and leave you, and your whole world will crumble. See, I don't want to be that dude because I'm very self-sufficient. You know, that's why I said, you know, I understand MGTOW. I understand the red pill. Look, I could clean, I could cook, I know how to wipe my own ass, I know how to take care of myself. So, I mean, you know, I just don't understand, you know, that those are usually the the talking points of these people. Well, don't you want someone that you could do that? Yes, I do, but I also value my quiet. I value the fact that I don't have to answer to anybody. I like to come and go as I please. You know what I mean? And my ultimate relationship will be with a female who understands. Look, she got her own shit. I got my shit. You know what I mean? And she's not in my face constantly. I'm not in her face. Yeah, she's going out with the girls. That's cool. I'm not gonna sit up and keep shove. Where you at? What you doing? Blah blah blah. I mean, yeah. I want to talk. Hey, what's going on? Blah blah blah. If you're going out, hey, just let me know. Hey, listen. I'm going out with the girls. This is where I'm gonna be at in case of anything. Something like that. Very light. I don't like to be up in people's fucking faces. I don't believe in that shit. But that's just me personally. But just want to shout out the TGTOW movement. Now teens are getting onto the shit. Males are getting onto this. Just want to shout that out. Just want to show that this movement is growing. And a lot of y'all women out there don't like it at all. I know you don't. As a matter of fact, there's a certain group of women that are starting to come back. I don't know if I fully trust these women, but there's a lot of them. Some of them making videos. There's one in particular, this one girl, Nola Girl, I forget, she has a number at the end. Nola Girl 1970 something or 1980 something, that she's actually agreeing with MGTOW. I mean, I see what she's saying, but I don't fully trust some of the Nawalt type chicks, the not every woman is like that, because they could be just saying that to, I gotta make another video on that. That's not a diss to Nala Girl, but you know what I'm trying to say. I just don't fully put my heart out there or into certain I don't like to put 100% of myself into shit like relationships, into this Nawalt shit, because when you have to say, well, I'm not like that, I'm usually skeptical of that, because I've dealt with women like this, and a lot of men have dealt with this. That's why you have the terminology Nawalt. Not all women are like that. But I'm getting off topic. Go read the article. Tell me what you think. Y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe, and that's it. Peace, bitches.